My name is Matthew. Oh gosh, that's terrible. No. Hello. Welcome back. My name is Matthew. And this is this channel, whatever it is. In this video, I'm going to talk about what success looks like for me and my studio through game development. Game development is like such a broad term because there's just so much that goes into it, you know. But before I get into that, I want to go into a little bit of my own backstory. I kind of mentioned it a little bit in my previous video. Go check it out. But I kind of want to go about explain where I am kind of in my own knowledge of game development, where I am in life, and then my next video I'm going to talk about, you know, the aspects or the avenues I'm going to go about to actually try and get success. But first, where I am in life. So a little bit ago, I got laid off from my job. Sucks, big time, I know. But I kind of viewed this as a time to really jump into this headlong, you know, kind of jump into the whole thing. I feel very fortunate because my wife has a job as well, and it's super flexible and allows her to take on more work now that I don't work, and so she is bringing in the big bucks right now. But yeah, it allows me time to kind of jump into this more. I also have a son, and he is almost 2, and I also have a house, and with a house comes with all kinds of stuff, bills and unexpected things. Yeah, that's kind of what my home life looks like, and I bring it up just because, you know, everyone's life looks different, and success looks different for everyone. So I kind of just wanted to, you know, share like where I'm at, and basically say, you know, like I'm just living kind of a normal life, an average life, and yeah, and because I view my life as being so average, I feel like just so many people will be able to see themselves in it, you know. A little bit of the backstory for like my game development stuff. I'm gonna go back to the beginning. You know, when I was a kid, I would play with Legos all the time, and I would have these elaborate stories, and I would make games through them. My parents had like this drawer full of dice for some reason, super random. But I would take these dice out and I would like create like these games, you know, and then you know, as I grew up, I got into video games, and viewing this part of myself as a creative, you know, like, wow, like I can like think up these things, you know, and like while they might not be very good on paper, you know, like there's still something going on in my brain, and if I have an outlet, if I have an avenue to put that out, you know, I could do something with that. And I thought of like a few different things, like maybe I could do comic books. I tried drawing for a little bit. Drawing was not, I'm not very good, but I'm pretty sure every artist says that, every person who draws says that, but I thought maybe I could do comic books, or what else did I think of? Just all kinds of things, and trying to just find this outlet, and I kept coming back to games and thinking about, you know, I love video games and just like the broadness of it. There's so many avenues within it, and it was just so appealing, but it's still like it was an industry that was so hard to get into. And then that all changed sort of when I played Cave Story for the first time. If you haven't played Cave Story, go and play it. It's very good. And I kind of been toying the idea of, like, you know, with drawing, I tried pixel art, and I was like, well, you know, like, video games have pixel art, maybe I could do pixel art for a video game, you know? But it kind of all came to a head when I played Cave Story for the first time. I played it, and, you know, it's kind of a simple game, you know, like, and simple is a broad term, but I kind of viewed it, and I looked at it, and I was like, I think I could make something like this. I said that with knowing zero about, you know, game engines and stuff like that, but I viewed the mechanics, and it was just a pretty simple, you know, like, you jump and you shoot, and the art was simplistic yet very nice to look at, and I just looked at it, and I had this feeling like, hey, I think I could do that. And so that kind of started me down the process of viewing game development and a career in game development differently. You know, and during that time, you know, there was more independent developers coming out and all that kind of stuff, and kind of the industry was changing. But that's kind of like a window into kind of like my journey, and there's a lot more to it, and maybe I'll make a video just kind of like all about that. Maybe we'll do that. Anyway, but what I want to hit home here is kind of like, I am an average guy, and I want to succeed in game development. And I want to tell you what success looks like for me in that, with the story you know about me, and you know that I don't have 10 years of experience doing these things. I'm just like a guy that thinks I can make a video game, and while I don't think of myself as making millions of dollars, I want to succeed in it, and I basically just want to share what that success looks like for me. That success looks like for me a constant income, and when I say constant, I mean different. I heard the analogy plates spinning. You know, you have things over here bringing in money and things over there bringing in money, and each one of those things bringing in a little bit of money to create this lump sum, you know, that you're able to use to survive, you know, and for me, survive and also feed my family, you know, feed my family. The camera's here, I have my screens here, and I see myself there, so sometimes looking at, anyway, but yeah, a constant flow of income, you know, and yeah. So, I mean, right now with my wife working, you know, she's not always going to be able to work. We would love to have another child, and, you know, she's going to be on maternity. And so during that time, you know, I'll need to be bringing in money. And you know, and go back to, it looks different for everyone. But for me, you know, that might mean bringing in $1,000 a month, you know, or $1,000 a week. Or, you know, different times in life look different. But just, I want to hit home on that constant flow of income. But yeah, this video is running a little long. Constant flow of income. That's the bottom line. You know, that is what success would look like for me. A consistent flow of income that I would be able to use to provide for my family. You know, and so the next video we're gonna go into what I'm going to do to bring in those incomes. Kind of like, I mean, I haven't done a ton of research. Again, I'm kind of just like everyone else here. I can go on the internet and look, and you know, some things are not going to work, some things are. But in my next video, I'm going to share what I'm going to do personally through the game development industry to bring in that money, that constant flow of income. And yeah. I hope you guys join me on this crazy adventure because it's a wild time. Yeah. Please check out my other videos, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.